couple of dumbbells. Actually, you only need one for this workout. We're going to do a back exercise and a tricep exercise in addition to some core. Join me down on the ground. And did you know that core includes anything that attaches to your spine? So we're going to start with what might not seem like the traditional forward core. And we're going to do a hip bridge, taking the hips up towards the ceiling and then bringing them down. Now, you can make this a little more challenging by bringing a weight onto your hips. So I'm going to invite you to do that. And then we're going to go 10 of them. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then set the weight over to the side. And now we go into a very good core exercise. This one is great for getting all of your core involved. So I want you to press your lower back down to the ground. We're in the same position. And we'll start by just raising one foot and lowering it, and then raising the other foot and lowering it. So the thing that you need to be able to do here is keep your lower back down on the ground. So if you're able to do that as you keep lifting and lowering your foot, then you might try the next level up, which is to bring your feet up and drop one heel to the ground and then the other. But you have to be able to keep your lower back down to the ground. So I like to think about it like this. You're imagining that you're pressing like a really deflated balloon between your back and the ground, and you're trying to flatten it. Or a sponge. Something that's kind of soft and squishy that you want to press down. All right, we're going to go 5 more on each side. So this should start to feel like a lot of work. And we're going 5, 5, pressing that lower back down. 4, and you can also be lifting your feet one at a time. 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, last one, and 1, and then bring each foot down to the ground. You can relax a little bit, but now you want to grab one weight and bring it up overhead. So I like to hang my hands in a triangle sort of position, or like a diamond position around the top of the weight. And so that it's a little bit loose and it moves. And then from here, we're going to start with what's called a pullover. So you bring the weight down towards your belly button and then up over your head and then pull it back down towards your belly button. So let's do a few of those. Bringing the weight up overhead and then bringing it towards your belly button. So this is a back exercise and a core exercise. And we're going to add an element of challenge. So after this one, I want you to bring the weight up, and as we bring the weight towards our belly button, raise your hips up, and then bring it back, and then raise those hips up. And we're going to go 6 more of these, and 5 more, and 4, and 3, and 2, and last one, and 1. Then bring everything down gently and carefully, set the weight to the ground, and bring those feet back up into this tabletop position. Lower back is pressed to the ground. Now I want you to take your hands up in the air. We're going to extend, bring your right hand over your head, and is straighten your left leg. Bring them back together. Extend your left arm and your right leg out. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg. Bring them back together. And now we're going to repeat that same move. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. This is a dead bug. Pressing our lower back down to the ground like we did in that first move. Woo. We're going to go 6 more. 6. 5 more. 5. 5. Woo. 4. 4. Pressing that lower back down. 3. 3. 2. 2. Last 1. And 1. Okay, then bring one foot down at a time. And we're going to grab that weight again. But this time we're going to change the exercise up. You're going to grab the weight across so that your hands are in the ends of the dumbbell. And then using your elbows as a hinge, drop the hands back towards your head and then raise them up. So your elbows stay in the same place. The only thing that's moving here is your forearms towards your head and then up. So this is called the skull crusher because, I guess you could probably guess, the weight is coming towards your skull, and if you dropped it, it might crush your skull. That's not cool, but okay. And now we're going to add a challenge. Let's do one more like this. And now bring your hips up. As you bring the weight down, hips come down. As you bring the weight up, hips come up. So 8, and then again 7, 6. This is sneaky core. 5, 4, 3. Squeeze those glutes. 2. And last one. And then bring the weight down to your chest, set it to the side, and turn over into a plank position. But we're going to do plank on our hands. So if you have trouble doing plank on the ground, I'll show you some options. But if you can do plank on your knees or on your toes, we're going to start in that plank position down here. Now you can also do plank on the ball, and that's going to change this exercise. But first I just want you getting in the plank position. So hands are right underneath your shoulders. From here, we're going to press our butts up towards the sky and then come back down. So on your toes, you can do the same thing from your knees, but on your knees, you're going to press up all the way onto your toes to come to down dog and then back. And if you're at the wall, you're in that plank position, you're just going to press back and your arm, everything comes nice and straight, and then come back to the plank position. All of these are amazing for your core. So we're going to keep going. I hope you've been moving. And let's do 8 more. Press back to down dog. To plank. 1. Down to down dog. To plank. 2. Down dog. To plank. 3. Down dog. To plank. 4. Down dog. To plank. 5. Down dog. To plank. 6. Down dog to plank. 7. Down dog to plank. 8. Take a quick break, and then now we're going to do 30 seconds holding a plank. And I'm going to time us going in 5 seconds. You can do plank on your hands, on your knees, on your toes. Let's go right here. So pressing your hands into the ground, press your feet into the ground or your knees into the ground, and press up, out, like as if you're bringing your whole body away from the ground, pressing out of the ground. Feet and knees or toes, feet or knees and hands pressing up. We have 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Now I recommend doing this set again, maybe 2 more times. And you can count 8 reps of each move.